we're going to be creating a smoky cut crease look with Ellie. So first she's starting off with a clean base on the skin and she's going in to do the eyebrows. For this she is using our Flexi Balm. This is a brow glue. It is going to hold those brows completely in place. So what she's doing is she is brushing through some of that product with a spoolie before laying them in exactly the place she wants them. Now what she's going to do is she is going to take off any of the product that may have got on the skin around the brows, as this will disturb any products that you put on top, and you want to make sure that your base is completely clean. Next, Ellie is just going in with a fine brow pencil, and she's just going to go first under the brows, just creating the bottom line and working up from there. So she's not colouring in the brows, she is just adding small hair-like strokes just into any sparse areas to make them look a little bit more fuller. Ellie is next going to go in on the eyes. So she's taken the PB206, which is a flat round brush, and this is absolutely perfect for applying your eye base and for carving out the brows. So what she's doing is she's taking concealer and she's just patting that in place, making sure to get a full even coverage. This is going to mean you're going to get the best payoff from your shadows, and it is going to give you a clean base to apply on top of, removing any veins or discoloration on the eyelids. Now, like I said, this brush is also perfect for carving out under the brows. It is honestly one of our most versatile brushes. So she's going to carve out under the tail and then connect that concealer down to the lid. As you can see, she is going really slowly, making sure to be nice and precise before filling in that space between the brows and the lid. What you want to do is you want to eliminate any harsh lines. So Ellie is going in with one of our smaller fluffy brushes and just buffing out any of those harsh outer edges where she's placed that concealer. This is going to reduce the chance of any cakiness when you have too many thick layers of product on top of each other. Going to take our Snatch and Sculpt Cream Bronzer and use this as her transition shade on the lid. Using this as your transition shade is going to do is allow a really seamless blend between the concealer that you've placed as a base on the lid and the shadows. It is also going to help the pigmentation in the shadows to really pop, especially because we're doing that smoky look, so we're going to be applying blacks and dark browns. She is going in really small circular motions, and as you can see, this product blends so nicely. Now Ellie is going in with the darkest shade of the look. So she is taking one of our small blending brushes and applying this dark shade to the crease. She is really concentrating that shadow. She's creating more of a rounded shape than a winged out look, as this is going to be a nice cut crease, and we want to make sure that that first shade is laid in the shape that you want your eye look to follow. As you can see, she's doing those really nice small circular motions from the inner corner of the eye all the way out. And then she's going to blend those outer edges also. Ellie is taking her next shade and she is blending that half on the colour she's already laid down and half on the clean space above it. This is going to give you a really nice seamless blend, and as you can see, she's using a mix of circular blending motions and windshield wiper motions as well to make sure to get the most seamless blend. Now she's going to go back in with that deeper colour again, just to make sure that we are still able to see that. You don't want your shadows looking wishy-washy. You don't want them all blending completely into one colour. You still want to see that nice gradient. There is such a thing as blending too much, and you're going to get rid of all the hard work that you've created with layering those shadows. Now we're back in again with the PB206, this time cutting the crease. So what Ellie is doing is she's taking concealer and she is using the rounded edge of the brush just to follow that rounded shape and cut the crease. she is stamping the product on, working really slowly, making sure to take her time to create the exact shape she wants. You can always put more on, you can always change the shape a little bit higher, but you can't take it away. So you want to make sure to go really slowly with this part until you have got the desired shape and coverage that you need. Now Ellie is taking a shadow again on that brush, that PB206, just to pack on top of the concealer. This is going to add some coverage and it's also going to set it, which is going to mean you're not going to get any transfer in when you open your eyes, close your eyes, pop anything else on top of it. You want to make sure that that is set and all ready to go. Now the next step of this eye look is the glitter liner, and it is my absolute favourite part. And Ellie has just decided to go along that cut crease and apply the gold glitter liner. As you can see, the sparkle is absolutely gorgeous. Next, we are going to line that top lid. Now, we're not going to do a wing, but we do want to make sure that we have got some liner there, which is creating volume and depth at the lash line, and it is also going to help when applying your false lashes. That is my ultimate trick when it comes to false lashes. Having liner on can conceal a number of sins. If anything is slightly out of place, if anything starts to pop up even a tiny bit, if you've got liner there, it is going to disguise it a lot more than if you have just got a blank space. It is we are going to set that liner with a black shadow on our small angled brush to stop any transferring. Now Ellie is going in with our Chelsea strip lashes. So what she's doing is she is measuring them against her client's eyes so she can cut them down to size. A lot of problems that you're going to have with strip lashes are going to be caused by the fact that they are too long or not the right length for your eye. You want to make sure to trim them. And do remember to always trim from the outer edge. Always remember to trim from the outside and not the inside. It is just going to make them blend a lot more nicely. You want to let that glue get tacky and then apply those lashes. Now we are going to go in and clean up just the outer edges of that shadow and give that nice sharp line. Ellie is now going in with a little bit more priming moisturizer just to ensure that any that was taken off when she wiped under the eyes is replaced. And then she is going to go in with a glowy primer as well, using our PB104 brush. Now, I always say what you do to the top, you need to do to the bottom. You want it to be a mirror, you want it to be nice and balanced. So Ellie is going in with eyeliner in the waterline underneath the eyes. And then she is going to take that bronzer that we used for the transition shade under the eye. This is going to do the same thing on the bottom as it did at the top. It's going to create a nice transition and blend between any shadows we put underneath the eyes and the rest of the face makeup. She's now going in with that glitter liner again, just in the inner corner. That is really going to open up and brighten those eyes and, like I said, create that balance. Now she's applying some mascara on the lower lashes. And then some on the top lashes as well, just to blend the natural lashes into those falsies. There's nothing worse than when you can see the difference. So now moving on to the base, Ellie is going in with her favourite 206 again to apply the concealer under the eyes. This is a full glam look, so we're going heavy with the concealer. After blending out that concealer, Ellie is going in with the foundation. She's using that PB106 as well to apply the foundation, just to target the areas before buffing it out with her next brush. She's now going in with one of our bigger, fluffier brushes to blend out that foundation. This is going to give such a seamless blend, and it honestly looks gorgeous. Not forgetting to take it down the neck. We want to make sure that it does look all nice and blended and that we've not got any harsh lines. Now she is taking a smaller blending brush just to make sure that in between those brows is nice and blended as well, before going in with, once again, the PB206 under the eyes just to brighten. She's also using this concealer to carve out the shape of the shadow and apply highlights on the chin, the nose and the forehead. She's now just giving it a good spritz just to make sure we reactivate those products, and then going in with our Complexion Cloud blending sponge to blend out that concealer on the chin and the nose and the forehead. Now she is taking the PB104 to blend out that concealer under the eyes and along the eyeshadow. Now she's adding some shimmer to the inner corner of the eyes just to brighten it up, to make them pop. Who doesn't? She's also just touching up that glitter liner once again, just to make sure it doesn't get lost in everything else that's going on. Now Ellie is setting under the eyes. She is taking our Perfecting Powder Puff with some loose powder and just pressing that into the under eye area. This is going to set that area, and it is also going to make it look flawless and airbrushed. She is leaving a little bit of extra powder there just to bake. Then she's going in again with the PB104. You can tell Ellie has her favourites with these brushes, and she is taking our Snatch and Sculpt Cream Bronzer, this time in medium tan, and she's just bronzing up the perimeter of the face. First she is applying the product by tapping it into the skin, and then she's doing a mixture of blending in circular motions and tapping to get a nice seamless blend, making sure to get up into that hairline because that's where we always forget the most. You can see the nice lovely bronze colour that gives, and it really does just add some warmth back into the face. She's now going in with that smaller fluffier brush to get rid of any of that leftover powder under the eyes before going in on the cheeks once again with the PB104 and the Snatch and Sculpt Cream Bronzer, adding definition back to the face. Honestly, this bronzer is so creamy and blendable. It is like a dream. Now Ellie is taking one of our bigger brushes again just to aid in the blending, and she's taking some of that bronzer onto the nose, and the chin and the jaw area also. Now she's going to use that PB106 once again to contour the nose. I told you this brush is so versatile. She's then going to use one of the smaller brushes. There is actually an eyeshadow brush, but this is what I mean by these brushes have so many uses. She's using it to buff out that nose contour. Now Ellie is going in with our Pinch and Pout Cream Blush. She's using the PB106 again to apply that blush. on the nose and the cheeks before giving another spritz to make sure we're reactivating those products and going in with the PB104 to blend out that blush. Now Ellie is applying some liquid highlighter. She's using our Complexion Cloud to do this on the cheekbones and on the nose also. As well as the other high points of the face, so just above the arch of the brow, the cupid's bow and the chin. She's now lining the lips, as you can see, with a really nice pink shade. Before going in with another one of our Pinch and Pout lip and cheek blushes. These honestly are so nice. They're really light on the lips. They're super wearable. It feels like you're wearing nothing. She's going in with shade Dolly Daydream, which is a gorgeous bubblegum pink. Before blending that liner into the shade she's just used to create a really nice gradient. Now she's applying some of our lip oil with a little brush just to add some shine to the lips. And that is the finished look. We will include a full list of everything used down below in the description box, so please make sure to check it out.